it is. This is, see, I did my, oh geez, this ain't it. How am I doing? I have 3 children. I have 2 boys and 1 girl.
I was born in Killeen, Texas, 1975, in the Fort Hood Army Base. Well, most of my growing up was in Colorado Springs, but before that, I grew up all over the place, from Army base to Army base. Sometime in Panama and 2 different times in North Carolina, and then when I was a teenager in Colorado Springs.
I was born in Puerto Rico and I was there for 4 years. And after that I went to live in New York. Then at age 13 I moved to Puerto Rico. And then after Puerto Rico I was there till I was 17 years old, and I could go on and on and on because I've been up and down and here and there all my life. So
I was a young mom. It wasn't planned. It was very unexpected and was a shock to my entire family. And I actually got pregnant when I was 13 and gave birth shortly after I turned 14.
I was born in 1989 in Colorado Springs, Colorado. When I was around 5 years old, my family moved to Ray, Colorado. And a few years after that, they moved to Yuma, Colorado, which is where I've lived for most of my life.
You know, I know as a mom, everybody says when you have children, they definitely change your life. But my life was different because I was young and my upbringing was difficult at times. And once she came into my life, I just felt more of a desire to be a better person in general.
So I am a mother. I also work as an office manager, and on top of that, I'm currently attending graduate school to get my Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing.
And to, I guess, you know, just work to not be a statistic and just be a teen mom who didn't finish school or who didn't make anything of themselves. Because during that time you have people who support you, but you also have people who look down on you or who just expect that you're just going to drop out and possibly just fail at life and maybe not even be a good mother. And so I wanted to prove a lot of people wrong.
okay, I finished high school in Chicago, okay? I left Puerto Rico when I was in 11th grade, and
I did finish school, yeah. I had fallen behind my junior year, and it was looking pretty doom and gloom as to whether I'd get to graduate with my class. And then I eventually went to both day and night school to make up some credits that I had been behind on.
I thought that was going to be it. But then when I went to Chicago and I stayed with my aunt there, and I was working during the day and then I was going to night school. And then I had a horrible experience.
Because at one point I wasn't able to juggle things very well, and so I strictly went to night school for a semester or so, and I fell behind, and so I had to catch up, but I did it, and I graduated with my class.
My biggest memories growing up were of my mom reading to me. That's the thing that I remember the most. We always sat together and she read me stories, and so she really brought on this passion to reading.
It was nighttime and I was walking, and I walked to school, and I was walking towards leaving the school, and this guy comes right from a bush. That's why I'm terrified of bushes. And he tries to jump me. And after that, I mean, he missed where I was and he landed on the ground. When I saw that guy, I ran for my life.
I graduated in 1994, the same year that my daughter graduated preschool.
She always had a bunch of books on her bookshelf, and my mom was always writing. I would always come across her journals. I didn't read them, but she always had journals just filled with things that she would constantly write in, and sometimes I would find her poems just on loose leaf pieces of paper.
I always had the desire to go to more school and to continue my education after high school, or just going to school to write at some point, and because I always enjoyed writing. I just was raised in a family and got married and got into the workforce and just went that avenue instead.
And when I got to my aunt's house, which wasn't too far from the school, I told her I was not going to go back to school. I quit. I stopped going for about a week, and they told me, if you don't come back, then you're going to lose everything that you've done already. And so I did finish, but one of my cousins had to take me every other night to the school so I could get my GED. Otherwise, I would have never made it. I was terrified.
So I had Aria in 2017. I just turned 28 when she was born, and I'm a single mom, so it's just me and Aria, but it's so much more than that. And it doesn't ever feel like I'm being a mom alone, because my grandma watches her, my mom watches her. She's always with family, and she loves her family so much, and I'm so grateful for that.
That mom of mine, the little feisty Puerto Rican, 4'11", very bossy, very stubborn lady. But in a sense, I guess I'm kind of like her in a lot of ways. People say that.
I am my grandmother. I'm just a lot younger. We're both very stubborn. We're both we like things our way and how we want it. And we're both kind of know-it-alls.
I've been told that the older I get, the more I'm beginning to act like her. But at the same time, even though with her feistiness and her stubbornness and her bossiness, she definitely has a big giving spirit.
But my grandma would do anything for me, and she would do anything for everyone in our family. And she watches my daughter every day while I'm at work, and that's just a gift that I'll never be able to repay.
And I appreciate that about her. She definitely sacrifices for her family. She's a big pain in the butt, but if you need her, she's gonna be there.
I can't even talk about my daughter. Can't do it. She is the strongest woman that I've ever met in my life. She's so strong.
I have a lot to say about my daughter, Ashley. She, like I said, I had her very young, and we did literally grow up together.
My mom is truly my best friend. She's been my best friend my whole life.
She's endured, and she still endures. And that's all I can say, without choking up. I just could tell you that I'm very proud of my daughter. She's amazing, okay? That's all I can say I don't want to talk about her anymore, because I'm just going to cry more.
So my relationship with my daughter Ashley is just one of just a genuine friendship, that we're able to just be who we are, and we are actually pretty different. We see things differently, we do things differently, we approach things in different views, but we kind of complement each other, where she stretches me with her beliefs and her views on things, and I'm sure that I kind of stretch her sometimes with my beliefs, and I think that that's a good thing. But we never really have conflict with that. We just know that we are different and we see things different, and then it just makes us, I don't know, for me, explore things in a different perspective.
I always do my best because of her, because she missed out on a lot of things when she was younger. And I know sometimes that she lives through me. I don't think I was gonna cry.
And I'm grateful because she is very, very driven and just studious and likes to learn and read and grow and explore. And so she, in a sense, forces me, even when I don't want to read some article about something. She's like, Mom, you should really check this out or look at this, or, you know, do you know about this? And so then it kind of forces me to venture into her world.
She told me that she always wanted to be a writer. And she never told me that before. I always saw her writing, and I always, you know, she always loved to read, but she never said that she wanted to be a writer. She never told me that. And I don't know, it's hard because that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm doing. I'm going to school, and I've been writing a book for a long time, and I write all the time, and I get that from her. I feel like I took that away from her, you know. She had me so young, and she didn't get those chances, and so I think that we both fight for me to have those chances because she didn't.
One thing that I admire most about my granddaughter, Ashley, is that she is a tremendous, a good mama. And you know, sometimes I say to myself, how the hell does she do it? I don't know.
Describing my relationship with Aria is just one of pure joy and fun and adventures and learning, because she's at that stage where she's just learning so much.
I'm a full-time babysitter for my great-grandbaby, Aria, which is my pride and joy. And I absolutely enjoy doing that.
Just the joy of watching her learn and grow and say more words every day, and the little puckered lip kisses and the big hugs.
My granddaughter keeps telling me that she's gonna go to daycare, and I keep praying, no, you're not. Oh God, please don't let her take her to daycare, because I don't know what I'd do without her. I don't want her to go. And I understand, but you know, I keep telling my granddaughter, please, you can start preschool. Preschool's fine.
I'm so grateful that she has the opportunity to be around so much family, and she gets to be raised up by such strong women, and we are all strong women in my family. I think we all possess that, and I think that's what makes me who I am.
She doesn't have to go to no daycare, because I am here to take care of her. I couldn't live with thinking about a stranger taking care of my baby. I couldn't do it. I mean, I'm here, you know, sitting here, and like, somebody else is over there, you know, holding my baby's hand or putting her in the corner.
You always want your kid to have more than you had, and I had a lot growing up. I had the love of my family, I had the sacrifices of my mother. I always think, what more could I give Aria? And I really can't. I can only give her what was given to me, and that was love. I think, well, maybe the only thing I could give her is she could be the first one to get her PhD. I don't know. And I don't know what she'll want to do in her life, if she'll want to pursue education that way or not. But all I can be is an example, and all I can give to her is the love my mom gave to me.
No, this one? What color is this? You don't know anymore. Just go. Blue. That's blue. What color is this? It's green.
Green.
This one?
Yellow.
And this one?
Pink.
And this one?
Orange.
Orange.